Hi everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome to another Wednesday recipe video. And today we're going to be making lemon blueberry cheesecake buns. Timestamps are down below and in the description if you want to skip the initial blah blah, but stick around if you want to hear a little bit about what we're making first. These cheesecake buns are kind of modelled on Swedish vanilla custard buns, in that we have a saucer-sized bun with a divot in the middle and some filling in the middle. But instead of custard, I made a cheesecake filling. Basically because I fancied eating cheesecake, but I also fancy eating vanilla buns, so I made a Frankenstein monster out of it, specifically craving lemon blueberry cheesecake. These are easier to make than they look, but you will need a bit of patience. We're going to be dealing with bread dough, so there's going to be a little bit of waiting while we wait for the bread to rise into proof. Other than that, super simple. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. We're going to start by making the dough. Here I have 30 grams of unsalted butter, and I'm just going to pour in 100 milliliters of boiling hot water. I'm going to give this a swirl around until it melts. You can also use a spoon to help yourself along. And I'm going to stir in 100 milliliters of cold milk. This is called two birds with one stone. We've mixed some of the ingredients and we've made them cool enough to add to our dry ingredients. Here I have 300 grams of strong white bread flour. I'm going to add 50 grams of caster sugar, a good pinch of salt, and a teaspoonful of fast action yeast. This is also called easy bake yeast. And we're going to dump in our liquid mixture. Now either mix this all with a wooden spoon until it comes together and then knead it on a lightly floured surface for 15 minutes until it springs back, or if you have one, use some dough hooks and let it come together itself, and then you'll just have to knead it by hand for 5 minutes. So this will take about 15 to 20 minutes, but it's a little bit less elbow grease. Even better if you have a stand mixer. There you go, you know it will be ready to hand knead when it starts looking really smooth, forming its own little ball and trying to drag itself away from the sides of the bowl. So we're going to switch that off. Lightly flour my work surface, and I'm going to dump all the dough onto our work surface. And I'm going to knead until it's no longer sticky and nice and smooth. Now I've used this dough recipe quite a few times. It's still super sticky and it shouldn't be at this stage. I'm wondering it's because it's particularly hot today, so I'm just going to add about half a handful of flour and I'm going to knead that in. Right, once it's smooth and no longer sticky, we're going to pop this in a lightly oiled bowl. Cover it with cling film. And we're going to leave this to rise until it doubles in size, about an hour, depends on how cold or warm your room is. Now we're going to deal with the lemon. I'm going to need the juice from all of this, but first I'm going to zest it. Now lemon zest is best fresh, dries out really fast, so I'm going to peel it in a little baggie and pop this in the fridge while we work with the rest. That was quite hard getting in a small bag. Maybe I should have done that on the plate first. And I'm just going to put this in the fridge so it doesn't dry out. Just going to give this a clean. As you can see, there's a lot of lemon peel oil on it. Now we're just going to slice this lemon in half because we need to juice it. And now we're going to move over to the stove to make our cheesecake filling. In the small saucepan, I'm going to dump 165 grams of cream cheese, which happens to be this whole tub. Make sure you're using full fat, by the way. And I'm going to stir in 40 grams of corn flour and 70 grams of caster sugar. Notice it getting all gooey? That's because the sugar is drawing the water out of the cream cheese. I'm just going to transfer to a balloon whisk at this point, but we're not quite done with the spatula yet, so don't put it away. I'm now going to gradually add 280 millilitres of whole milk. Let's go back to our spatula, and we're going to turn the heat on to a medium heat. And we're going to stir this continuously until it's super thick. Now it starts turning very quickly, so don't keep your eyes off of it, keep stirring. Now that that's nice and thick, I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to keep it on the hob for a bit. And I'm going to add the lemon at this stage. Now if we added the lemon before, then it would have risked curdling the milk, but now that it's been stabilised by that cooked corn flour, we're safe to go. Lovely, now I'm just going to scoop this into a bowl. We need to let this cool down so it can thicken without forming a skin, so I'll put it in a bowl. And I'm going to cover it with cling film. The trick is to make sure the cling film is touching the surface. Perfect, now we can just let this cool down while the bread rises, and we can have a little rest in the meantime. The dough is nice and puffy. Gonna do my favourite thing and punch it down. And we need to squish this together and divide it into 6 balls. And grab my baking sheet. And I'm basically going to make 6 discs. And we're just going to use our hands to flatten them out a bit. And now, because we've worked them and they're starting to fight back because the gluten has been activated very well, we're going to cover them and let them rest again just for another 15 minutes. Future Tash here, I meant 30 minutes. Might need a little more cling film for this. There we go, the last thing we want is for them to dry out after all our hard work. Meanwhile, we're going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees C. It's been 30 minutes, let's unveil our bread discs. Now we're going to use the bottom of the tumbler to make some dips. I forgot one important step, and that's dusting with a little flour so that they don't stick to the cup, so let's do that now. And let's try that again. Much better. Now we're going to brush the sides with some milk. And we're going to generously pipe, or spoon if you don't have a piping bag, our cheesecake filling into the centres. Now for the blueberry part, I'm going to put a teaspoonful of blueberry jam into the centres of each. We're going to try and spread it out a little bit. And we're going to dot some fresh blueberries on top. That was about 6 blueberries per bun, doesn't really matter, as many as you can fit or want basically. I just think this looks nice and it's just the right amount. Now I'm going to bake these for about 20 minutes until they're golden and puffy. Wow, these look gorgeous. That was actually 19 minutes, not 20. I'd say keep an eye on them from the 15-minute mark. Now is the hardest part. We need to let them cool down completely before we eat them. The lemon zest actually held up pretty well in the fridge, as you can see. I'm going to slice one of these in half so we can see what's going on the inside. Yep, and just as I thought, equally stunning on the inside, plenty of filling. Absolutely gorgeous, look at that. Perfectly springy bread. Cheers! That is a beautiful bake, wonderful, soft, fluffy, buttery bread, zingy, creamy lemon cheesecake filling, and lots of that blueberry jam. And it smells amazing as well. Before you ask, yes, you can use strawberries instead of blueberries, use strawberry jam and fresh strawberries. Any fruit jam you can find, just substitute that in and your chosen fruit. And I'm so glad I got to make these because we're finally having a little bit of a lull from the heat wave at the time of I'm filming this. We had a couple of weeks of intense heat, and then we had a couple of days of rain, so it settled down a bit. It's been the third day now since it's not been roasting hot, so the flat has had a bit of time to air out and come back down to a sane temperature, so I could finally use the oven. But I have a feeling the heat's going to come back very soon, so I'm glad I got these in while I could. So there you go, lemon blueberry cheesecake buns. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you will join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is smooth and slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. You know what, I bet the filling would make a very nice ice cream.